Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us today for our second live training on how to deliver a loan to MassHousing for a seamless funding. I'm Susan Sheffer. I'm MassHousing's Customer Engagement and Product Manager. And today we are going to cover loan submission, uploading docs, loan delivery, funding, best practices, and pro tips. We will not be covering our Dreams Grant program in this particular presentation. Loan submission. To submit a first or second mortgage for review, the first step is to update your file contact by clicking the person icon in the top right-hand corner. Step 2, under Loan Actions, click on Import Additional Data. 3, upload loan docs. 4, complete the pop-ups and validate. Step 5, click Submit for review. Note, this step marks the loan as delivered and it puts the loan in the queue for review. If this step is not completed, the loan will not be considered delivered to MassHousing and it will not be in the review queue. Quick pro tip, the submit button is an action. Uploading and submitting are two different things. It's important to note you must submit initially or resubmit post-initial to get a response from MassHousing. Uploading documents does not prompt a review or response from MassHousing, so don't forget to hit the submit or resubmit button after you upload documents. The DPA documents must be uploaded separately from the DPA first. Very important. Moving on to our loan submission training resources, which can be found at masshousing.com. You can also find the income certification process for the WFA products there as well, and the step-by-step instructions. Loan delivery. Upload a complete and final 3.4 data file by using the button Import Additional Data to MassHousing and verify that the data all matches the final 1003, the 1008, appraisal, UCDP, UCD, and the AUS. Must be in final status before being released to MassHousing. It's critical that that 3.4 data file be totally complete for the first and second mortgage upon uploading. Otherwise, this could impact our turn times. Verified assets should not differ from the stated assets on the 1003 and the 1008. So ensure that any earnest money deposit or gift funds stated in the asset section of the 1003 is accounted for and appropriately reported on the 1008 and AUS binding. In the 1003 declaration, section 4, make sure that first-time home buyer is checked off. And lastly, the main contact person will be whoever was signed in when the loan was uploaded to MassHousing. They will receive all the update notifications on the loan throughout the whole entire process. So ensure that main contact person is kept updated. After each step of the process, that contact should be verified. Moving on to the appraisal and UCDP. All lenders must be registered on the UCDP website in order to electronically submit the required appraisal reports. 2, the lender or its agent must upload the appraisal into UCDP and ensure the appraisal successful submission before closing the loan. 3, submit the revised appraisal when revisions are made to an appraisal report after the initial submission. And lastly, the submission summary report for both Fannie and Freddie must be in every loan package for our review. Loan package requirements. The documents outlined on our L102 document checklist, which is found in our document library, must be scanned and electronically uploaded to MassHousing. Please send the original promissory note for the first lien and the DPA second, if applicable, directly to MassHousing on 1 Beacon Street in Boston. The original mom mortgage and all the applicable riders must be sent to MetaSource, and the original FHA mortgage from the registry or a certified copy from the land court is required. As it relates to the issuance of conditions, upon receipt of the document and 3.4 file upload, MassHousing will review and provide conditions. A notification will be sent to the contact that you provided. You can obtain the report in the conditions section of the loan in MassHousing. and you'll have 7 calendar days from the issuance of conditions to clear any discrepancies before fees are assessed. Incomplete loans. Funded loans will remain incomplete until all documentation requirements and/or conditions are satisfied. If defects are not cured within 30 calendar days from the initial cure date, the loan is no longer eligible for sale to MassHousing, and the loan may be repriced. Please note, your contact should jump all over the condition requests as soon as they are received, as our notification only provides 7 calendar days to clear any discrepancies. The purchase advice. Once a loan has been submitted or reviewed to MassHousing through the MassHousing portal, MassHousing will complete its purchase review per our internal process. Once all the conditions are cleared and the original note is received and reviewed by MassHousing, the loan will be approved for purchase. You can review and print the purchase advice form simply by going to the loan summary options and clicking on the purchase advice link. Then click on the printer icon on the purchase advice title header, and you can print directly to a PDF. The purchase advice includes the fees adjusted from the wire where applicable. It includes the per diem interest, purchase interest, servicing release premium, loan discount, tax service fee, insurance tracking fee, MassHousing processing fee, escrows, and any applicable late delivery and/or extension fees. Please note, the only fee allowed to be charged on the DPA to a borrower is the recording fee. No other fees are allowed. Very important. Post-purchase documents and trailing docs. Post-purchase documents are documents that are outstanding and appear as unresolved items in conditions. The trailing docs must be uploaded in MassHousing. All the original mom mortgage trailing docs must be mailed to MetaSource. And these are a list of the actual trailing docs broken down between the conventional FHA, DPA, and rehabilitation products. Some current defect trends that we're seeing are for income, invalid verification of employment, for closing, missing final, updated IRLAs, particularly on the DPA, data inconsistencies on key documentation, as well as missing trailing docs. Just a few pro tips. The submit button is an action. Uploading and submitting are 2 different things, so you must submit initially or resubmit for additional submissions to get a response from MassHousing on the documentation. Uploading documents does not prompt a review or a response from MassHousing. 2, DPA documents must be uploaded and submitted separately from the first lien upload and submission. Be sure to close your loan with the most current MI cert based on underwriting guidelines. The borrower paid MI is always a refundable option versus the lender paid, which is non-refundable. The 3.4 data file must be totally complete with the most current data for the first and second mortgage upon uploading prior to purchase. Otherwise, this could impact our response time. Lastly, ensure the main contact person is kept updated in all cases. Moving on to a few best practices. Lenders should check the loan package against our L102 document checklist. 2, there must be full documentation of any changed circumstances that led to redisclosure of an LE or CD. 3rd, proof of payment for insurance, either through a paid receipt or updated insurance binder showing paid in full. And lastly, only applicants are allowed on MassHousing loans. Names and or signature on loan documents of anyone not on the application is unacceptable. This is our new splash page. MassHousing has launched a new loan origination system and purchasing mortgage insurance system. Please sign up for our MassHousing announcements here. Very important. There are weeks that do go by when we send out 2 announcements a week. On this same site where the announcements sign up is, you can also have access to our seller guide, document library, product matrix, MI only matrix, and home buyer education information. We hope you found today's training to be beneficial, and we thank you very much for our partnership. I hope you have a great rest of the day.